Yeah, we were, Ryan Mathews, everybody kind of wondering his health. I figure every time you talk about Ryan Mathews, it's got to be wondering whether or not he's going to play each week.
Well, I'll put it this way, not exactly tears being shed in San Diego. I don't know if there's been a more controversial player over the last few years than Ryan Mathews. And remember, he came to San Diego really with two strikes against him. One, he was asked to replace LaDainian Tomlinson, and two, they traded up in the first round to get him. And it's been one injury after another. So, we've been polling people in San Diego. Should they re-sign him? Should they not re-sign him? I would say overwhelming people say, let's move on. Let's get a new running back.
Now, is it basically because they're just tired of the injuries, tired of dealing with, is he going to play this week? Is he not going to play? I mean, when he's there, was he a serviceable back? Was he a productive player?
He was. I mean, and that was a source of frustration. Here's the thing, guys. He has a good work ethic. It's not like he's a dog guy. He runs hard. I mean, you will see him run. He's a big back. He's got some breakaway speed. He's got everything you think you need in a franchise running back. But last year was a perfect example. We knew it was going to be a contract year. I made a bold preseason prediction because he had a productive 2013, that he'd be among the top 5 ground gainers. And then he got hurt. And then there was like this mystery, like, well, when exactly is he coming back? We had heard a month, then it went 6 weeks. Then it's going to be after the bye. Then he came back for a couple of games. Then he went down again. So in San Diego, the frustration level had just boiled over. And as I said, no tears shed in San Diego that Ryan Mathews is gone.
Steve, so much in the NFL, it seems these days, the conversation is centered around the system. Is he the right fit? Is this guy going to be good here? He might not be good there. He's productive, 4.4 yards per carry through 5 years. He wears down the defense. So do you think he will be a good fit for what Chip Kelly's looking for? We saw he went after Gore. They were interested in Mark Ingram. So is Mathews a guy that you think will fit in what Chip Kelly's trying to do?
Well, he'll fit in because he's not an Andy Reid guy. I mean, let's face it, Chip Kelly has made it clear whatever he does, the first thing he's going to do is just rid everything that had to do with Andy Reid. And once the Eagles gave Chip Kelly total control of personnel, there's no telling what direction he's going to. We know that Frank Gore was supposed to be their guy. Is Ryan Mathews Frank Gore? I don't think so, even though he's younger and he has the potential to be that productive, but you just simply can't count on this guy. Plus, he's had some fumbling problems on top of that. So I'm not exactly sure what Chip Kelly is doing right now. He didn't like Nick Foles. He wants Sam Bradford. Is that part of another deal? I mean, we've been buzzing all over the place trying to figure out what the heck Chip Kelly's going to do next.
Well, we're all waiting for it, too. Today he had said someone called for offer them a first-round pick for Sam Bradford, so I guess he doesn't want to move that pick or that player yet, so who knows what he's going to do. But what we'll ask about Ryan Mathews is, here's a guy, when he came out, you're right, a lot of people were like, wow, here's a guy shot up the draft boards, you traded up to get him. What does he do well? What are some of the things that the Chargers might miss when they let him go?
Well, again, when he is healthy, he can carry the ball 20, 25 times. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He runs hard. He can run in between the tackles. He's got breakaway speed on the outside. As I say, he's one of those tease running backs that shows that sign that, wow, this guy could absolutely be one of the premier running backs. But, I go back to the first preseason game this year. It was against Dallas when Dallas's defense was being rated the worst defense in the history of the game. Opening drive, against a preseason game, but opening drive, crowd's going nuts. They're down to like the 1 yard line. They give it to Mathews. He goes over the top, fumbles at the goal line. And it just literally is like, oh, no. So he had so many critics in San Diego, partly because he was expected to replace LaDainian Tomlinson, which he never really did. But that doesn't mean that he can't, suddenly find his way in Philadelphia. He's still a young back. Obviously, he didn't get a lot of carries a year ago, so he should still have plenty of gas left in the tank. But I would still say, huge question mark in what you're getting with Ryan Mathews.
Are his injuries like freak injuries, or are they lingering? Do they carry over from, does he a guy like, that has hamstring problems all the time and he just can't shake them, or is it just, freak injuries?
Something else. Every time it's something different. Nothing that is like, career threatening. Nothing like that. The other thing about Ryan Mathews that has not helped his cause is he's just not a media guy. I mean, we're doing our broadcast every single day at training camp, of course, being flagship for the Chargers. We got him on the last day, for a couple of minutes. He doesn't talk to the media, and so that sort of adds to the frustration. He's not an amicable guy.
That's not good here.
Well, I'm telling you, that's what you're getting at Ryan Mathews. He is not media friendly.
Is he not media friendly the whole time, or did he just feel like, the fans and people turned on him?
Way. But he has respect of his teammates because he does have a good work ethic. He does work hard, and he plays hard. But, again, this is going to be the big question mark moving forward with the Eagles, and the scrutiny he's going to face in Philadelphia is tenfold what he has in San Diego. I mean, if you can't get along in San Diego, stop this media market in the NFL, you're going to be up against it in a city like Philadelphia.
Steve Hartman, 1360 San Diego, at Cannon Hartman, one of the hosts of the Loose Cannons radio show in San Diego. I guess it sounds as if you're bringing Ryan Mathews in, you better find some insurance to him as well, because there's no guarantee that he's going to make it through the season. So I guess, as Adam Schefter just tweeted out recently, the Eagles still have some interest in DeMarco Murray. That could be an interesting tandem.
Well, if you get DeMarco Murray, yeah. I mean, in fact, that's what was being discussed in San Diego. We'd be willing to take back Ryan Mathews at a certain level, but you would still have to go out either through free agency or a draft to get that feature back. That was being bandied about. But if you're just banking on Ryan Mathews to start 16 games and get 300-plus carries, I mean, that's wishful thinking. Even a couple of years ago when he had the productive numbers and was a real key when the Chargers had a late run to get in the playoffs, once they got there, he broke down again. And so he can be very frustrating, but I guarantee you there will be glimpses where you're saying, wow, we stole this guy. Yeah. Look at this guy. This guy's he's big, he's fast, he's elusive. He has got it, man. He looks like a star, but he's not a star. Unfortunately.
Well, if he gives you 2013, you stole him. If he gives you 2014, you're probably not too happy with this pickup, Eagles fans. Steve Hartman out there in San Diego giving us a little bit of insight on the newest Eagle. There's about 18 of them, it seems like, here on the Sports Bash 97.3 ESPN. Thanks, Steve.
All right, guys. Thanks.
You got it.